Hi, welcome back. This tutorial is going to take us through the customization of the actual program itself. What we can do is actually come through in our settings bundle and customize all our company details, but you may find yourself wanting to actually customize some of the panel names on the program itself and also on the final pages. So what we do is we come to the last page here, final, and you can click additional setup. That will take us through to the number increments. So if we click this, we can come and we can set the quotation number and also the invoice number at what we like. This is especially handy if you have two or more PDR techs on the road and you don't want clashing numbers. So you can actually set these. One would set at 4,000, one would set at 5,000, etc. What you can also do is change the names of the actual panels. There's nothing worse. Obviously, this program has been built in Australia, so we would call a hood a bonnet, and in the US they would call it a hood, and in Germany they would call it a motor hub. So what we've done is you can come into here and you can see that this one here is named hood. We can click on that. Now the nickname is actually shown in the program, so that's the actual name that only you will see. You can set that to what you like. Let's set it to bonnet. Click done. And the name on the invoice is obviously the name that gets shown on the invoice. So let's click that one. We'll call that bonnet. And that's done as well. And now when we come back here, we'll actually see that these values have changed. This is now called the bonnet. If we go back in, it's now called the bonnet. So if we come back to the actual repair side and go back through and click top panels, we can see that the values changed here, bonnet, and we can actually go through, and when we do a final invoice, well, we better give it a value so it shows up. And when we come through to the final invoice, we can see that it's bonnet here. Okay, so let's try that with another one. We go back to the main screen, additional setup. Let's try something else. Let's try left-hand panel doors. Okay, on this one we're calling it fender and left front fender. So let's call it something obscure. Booker and left booker. And hit done. And we can come back and we can see that the value's changed here. And when we come into left hand side, it's now called Booker. So that means you can actually change it to anything you like. If let's say you don't want to set up for panels and you want it to actually say left hand front glass or whatever it is, you can actually set it to that value. And then when you click on it, as long as it's clicked and it's got some sort of value to it, it'll show in the actual invoice. And when we come here, we've got left booker here, and that also goes for the PDF format. And if we save it and we come to the start and go into documents, this is the last one that we've done, and we can see left booker there. So that gives you full customization on all of the actual values. You can go through and set them all up, all your R&R names, your left and right panels, and also your top panels. So you can change those to any sort of value that you like. So the program's very customizable.